Yeah, hi, Jan here from Using Stuff, and we're still at Volbeat, now with Jerry Kink, the guitar tech of Rob Caggiano, and he will show us a little bit what Rob's using on this tour. So hi, how are you?
All right, good to meet you.
Yeah, and everything working well today?
Today everything's good so far, yep.
So you like this kind of stage?
Oh yeah, it's always good to be here in Europe, good to be here in Germany, and we are traveling with our own stage, so it makes setup a lot faster.
Yeah. So you have a different setup for Europe and for the US?
It is similar. It's not identical, but it's very close.
Yeah, but you leave the stuff here in Europe when you go to the US?
Yes, the European rigs will stay in Europe, and we have North American rigs that stay there.
Okay. So Rob uses Fryette amplification?
Yes. Well, why don't we start over here just so we can go, because there's another band on. We'll start with our ISO cabinet, which the PA, house and monitors use to get an isolated sound. And this is a box of Doom, very high quality stuff. They're actually making a double 2x12 for us, which they make available on their website. I'm running Celestian Heritage G1265s in them, which I think is a great sound for Rob. And it's excellent sounding. The engineers really like this setup, and it's worked out pretty good. We've had it for, I don't know, since the start of the year. Yeah. So it's really working out. You can check them out online. And I've used all the ISO boxes. Nothing comes close to this. It also comes in its own road case, and it's been great. So next one here is, we're just using this on one song tonight, which is a Gibson acoustic, which will stay on the stand. And depending on the set list, this may or may not be used tonight. We're probably using it, so I'll have it ready. And that's in E tuning. And we come down here to the rig. And so yeah, we're running Fryette amps on this tour. And we just did sound check, so I powered everything down. This is a backup, which I have to hand patch in case I need it, so it'll stay off unless I need it. It's a pretty straightforward rig. A couple of wirelesses, hush reduction, routing, tuner. We do have the Palmer rack units, is also PA feeds and back up to the mics. And here's our Matrix amp, which will run the box of Doom ISO box as well. And these have been pretty reliable, good sounding. So
the signal chain is not from the amp direct to the speaker?
No, it'll go wireless or hardwired. It'll go wireless into a router where it can split. I have custom boxes and some radio boxes in back that'll split the signal up, keep impedances, isolate things, ground lift if I need to, and that'll distribute the signal, and then I'll branch out from there. And we actually do tap the speaker level signal for the Palmers and the Matrix so that it gets the exact same sound. So
is one for the front of house and one for Rob?
Well, the on stage is just for, they took the cabinets away. They're back there behind in the carts. Yeah. That's for Rob because of the high noise, so we don't mic the on stage cabinets because it's very high volume. So the audience gets the best sound with the same speakers with the ISO box and Palmer backups. And that's how we do that. That's just for Rob on stage. And the front couple of rows. So it's a fairly straightforward rig. If you come up here, just watch the stairs. We'll show you the pedal board. So I just put it up here because we had to break down. But before this, we were using something else that I was handed when I got the job, and it was okay. But we've retired that, and we've gone to this setup, which is much more heavy duty and more robust and simpler and sounds better. We have a Carl Martin switcher. He uses 3 channels on the amp. And we can easily dial in different effects or, processing on those patches. Or, the rhythm patch, there's nothing on it. It's just him and his amp. The wah is global. And, that's it. Everything's hand wired, hand soldered. If you want a big sound, use big cables. Yeah. Don't use little cables.
It looks really cool.
Well, it's color coded for speed in the dark. If you have to patch something, red is away, blue is return, yellow's utility. It's not random. There's a reason for that. But you should get a roll of cable and solder your own cables. Don't buy stuff. Make your own cables. They'll work. And that's it. And so we've had this since, late. We came on the road in, late March. And it's been good since. We'll go to another rig next year, but this is what I could come up with on 2 weeks' time this time. And, he likes it. It took him a little while to get used to it from a different thing, and he's having fun. He really likes this pedal, which is from New York, from Brooklyn, New York, these guys. And Death by Audio, that's it. He really likes that. And
you and Rob have never thought about doing like a digital setup? Like you've seen so many bands these days, they just say it's more easy if you have like some digital boxes and no more speakers.
Oh, we do for our fly rigs. We do have we are using Fractal, which has been great.
But this is the real deal, you would say.
Well, for now, it's the real deal. We might have both. I don't know what's going to go on next year. Rob's always looking for the next greatest thing, but all the sound's in his hands. He's a great player. The sound's in his hands, so anything he touches is going to sound good, pretty much. Yeah. And that's that. He controls this on stage. Cool thing about this is you have the parallel box for your delay, which instead of running cables back and forth, you can fake a parallel loop. And greatest power, Yankee power supply, can do any voltage, including for the radial balancing unit, which requires 15 volts. It's worked out pretty good, especially on, this is what you come up with on short notice, and it's been great so far. And so that's that. And let's go down to the guitars, which I'm sure you want to see.
So he's using 2 different tunings?
Yes, on this tour, on this leg, we have 2 different tunings. We have standard, and then we have a whole step down. So we have 2 guitars of each, and there's more backstage for warm up, but these are the ones that come out for the show. And these are his ESP models. And we string them with D'Addario and YXLs. And they have his DiMarzio Rob Caggiano model bridge pickup. I think it's an Air Norton in the neck. They're made of ash. Spurzal locking tuners. You can find that information online. But he really likes these. They're a great weight. He has a lot of fun playing them. And this is always what we go to. So.
And would you say it's just like you get them out of the box from ESP and then they are ready for the stage?
No, I do. There's more or less, yeah, but you have to tweak them because they're shipping with different gauges. These are a lot heavier strings, so I'll file the bridge slots out a little bit on the nut, but we'll change, the volume pot to a low friction pot. But other than that, they are as you buy them. It's the same strap lock, same tuners. It is the same pickups right as you buy them. And that's it. There's more backstage. They're exactly the same. So those are warm up. I'm not gonna take you back there because it's a long walk. And
and are you changing strings every day or
every day?
Yeah.
Every show I'll change. Any guitar he touches, I'll change the strings and stretch them.
Is it more for security reasons or for because they just sound better when they are new?
The NYXLs are really good lasting strings. However, it's such a, the shows can be almost an hour and 45 minutes long. He's playing really hard. Plus you get some residue on you. So we like to have the feel of the strings totally fresh. He likes a fresh string. They're more consistent that way, the tone. So I'll change them every show.
Yeah, so you must be very, very fast in changing strings now.
Well, we're here all day. So we start at, backline will start at anywhere between 10 and 11:30 in the morning, maybe noon if it's going slow, and then we'll work at it until usually we come in place on the stage 4 to 5 o'clock. Do a sound check. We'll wrap it up. We'll do some tweaking for another half an hour, and then we'll go have dinner. So we have we got 5-6 hours to change strings and do other stuff. And trying to think if there's anything else, but no.
Yeah, but I guess that's all you need. good guitars, good amps,
well, you need
some effects.
You need a good player, and that's
Yeah.
that's what he is. You know, you need a good player. You know, you could give him one amp, and he would still sound the same. He would still be great. It's in the fingers, and he's got it. You know, so that's it.
Okay, so thank you very much, and we're really looking forward to hear Rob with his setup tonight.
Okay, well, thank you for coming out and enjoy the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.